right, ladies and gentlemen, I am Rouge.
And I'm Rich.
He wishes.
I do.
And this is the Rouge and Rich Show. This is the very first show that we're doing in Gulfport, Mississippi, in the new house.
Yes, it is the new house. You're in the office.
In the office.
In the office. And where do I go to get to?
Home.
Why is somebody trying to open the door? That's why we're doing this in the office, so
Exactly.
maybe people won't fucking keep walking in front of and back and forth.
Leave us alone. Leave us alone.
Right? Alright. Alright. All I want is the chat. All I want is the damn chat.
Just the fucking chat.
That's it. I don't want anything else.
So, Ben Miller said, and you're back. Yes, Rich is back.
And so is he!
Kinda.
That Raj guy.
Sometimes.
Okay, pop out, chat. That way I can make this go away because I don't want to sit there and watch the delay.
Sorry, we are reconfiguring all this shit.
Are.
Because we're not in front of that giant ass fucking TV that we used to have.
Yeah, so we're us with vision problems and now got all the little ass shit. And so it's gonna be pain in the ass for us to read everything.
So Luther says he likes the new setup.
Yes, this is my office.
Yes.
Which, funny thing, you see this? On the other side of this is not the outside.
It's a hallway.
It's the hall. This was the wall to the exterior of the house.
It was an exterior window.
Before they built the add-on.
Well, apparently it turns out that the house that we are now living in
Yes.
was like literally ground zero for Katrina.
They found dead people in our house.
They found fucking dead people.
And what did they do? So they built an extension onto the bitch, I guess. I don't know.
Apparently the front half of the fucking house, you know, got fucking destroyed and shit like that. So like, you know what? Fuck it. We're just gonna go ahead and add a few new rooms and a bathroom and call it good.
Yeah, but the funny thing is we had an incident when we moved here. The whole sewer system or the whole plumbing system under the house was clogged up, except one. When they built the addition of the house,
they put a whole new sewer line.
They put a whole new sewer line in for the third bathroom. And so you could go in there and go to the bathroom and it wasn't clogged up, but every other bathroom and sink, including the kitchen, were all backed up. It was horrible. Fucking horrible. Okay.
So apparently the baby is trying to grab both of us.
Oh yes, and the baby is trying to grab both of you. All right, cool. Hi. So yeah. So anyway, so this place is a trip. We have a 5-bedroom house now.
5-bedroom, 3-bath. Plus we also have a sunroom, a formal dining room,
a 2-car garage, back deck.
It's beautiful.
I mean, this place is gorgeous.
It's awesome.
It really
and
is.
We also have Yingling.
We have Yingling. My family would be happy. So this place is absolutely gorgeous. If you guys ever come down to Mississippi, you got to stop by and see us. Well, I mean, why the hell else would you go to Mississippi? I mean, for fuck's sakes, who goes to Mississippi?
Well,
except to drive through to go to somewhere else.
Well, the food is pretty damn good.
I will say the food is pretty fucking good, and I finally went to a Waffle House that was decent. I mean, I realize Waffle House is not decent, but every Waffle House I went to in Texas was just absolute shit.
What's going on, Bacon? It's good to have you on here.
Yes, so it was absolute. Every Waffle House in Texas was just worthless. I go here, I'm thinking Waffle House took a shit because I loved it on the East Coast, and then I come here and ate Waffle House, and I was like, fuck, all right, it's just fucking Texas. Okay, got it.
No, it's just that one in Texas.
No, because I went to 2 in Texas, and both of them weren't shit.
Oh, fuck.
Okay.
So being here, we've been here for 5 days now in Gulfport.
I've worked almost every day since I've been here, even though it wasn't supposed to start until Wednesday.
Tuesday was a fucking trip.
Okay, but so I've been all over the south end of Mississippi pretty much, and New Orleans.
Yeah. and I've done some traveling. I actually took Rocka out to the beach, and he fucking loved it. Took him for walks.
Yeah.
Absolutely loved it. But I still gotta say that the funniest thing that actually happened to me happened at Walmart. And of course it's gonna fucking happen at Walmart.
I'm telling you that, you guys see those pictures of people from Walmart?
It's Mississippi.
I'm thinking it's our Walmart we've got in Gulfport. I'm really starting to think that's where a lot of these come out of.
So I had Rocka with me, and Sherry was with me too, because we're doing Sherry something. I don't fucking remember. I had Rocka with me.
When you were getting a bike?
No, this is before the bike.
Oh, this is before the bike, okay.
Yeah, because I had Rocka with me. We had just left the beach.
We've had adventures.
We had just left the beach and everything like that. So I'm walking through, Rocka's right behind me. All right, cool, awesome. I had this one lady who worked at Walmart. She goes, "Oh my God, can I pet your dog?" I was like, sure, why not? Okay, so we start talking, and she goes, yeah, so what do you do? I was like, well, I'm a cook. She goes, you can cook? I said, yeah. So she goes, if I wasn't lesbian, I'd marry you right now.
Or an ex-felon.
She's an ex-felon, too.
Who's married to another ex-felon that's that they met in prison.
And I'm all like, well, apparently I got the lesbian vote.
Evidently so.
Evidently. Don't know how that fucking worked, but hey, it is what it is.
Yeah, no. My favorite encounter with Walmart so far has been that guy. It's just, people, if you got a car that you don't think's going to pass inspection in your state, shuttle that bitch to Mississippi and get Mississippi plates on it, because vehicle inspection is a matter of opinion. I mean, it really is. This guy at Walmart, me and him were going into Walmart, and I saw this car, and this car was doing the whole herpy-lurpy, deal where the wheels are all fucking bent and they're wobbling and shit as they're going in, and I was like, oh fuck, what's wrong with this car? Right? And I'm like, and then the guy turns in front of us, and I shit you not, he's missing a back door. Okay, now hold on.
No, the door's there.
No. The door that was created by the manufacturer is missing. However, he decided to recreate a door using a piece of shitty plywood from Home Depot and spray painted it very poorly to match the car, and then duct taped the shit out of it to hold it in place.
And it was duct taped to the back seat.
And it was duct taped to the back seat to keep the piece of wood in. I mean, I thought something was funny when I looked. I'm like, wow, there's like the side of it sunk in. And then when I realized, I'm like, wait a minute, there's a fucking piece of plywood in it. It wasn't even like, regular plywood. No, this was particle fucking board. So the door probably only weighed like 10 pounds. He added 37 pounds of wood on one section of the car. And I mean, these people are brilliant. I mean, don't get me wrong. I already met some wonderful fucking people in Mississippi. Janine at the smoke shop.
She's really nice.
I mean, some very wonderful people and very, very nice and courteous. But then there's some real fucking winners.
Oh my god.
There's some real winners out here, and that it's just like I delivered to a lady today that the moment you got close to the house, you could smell the cats. I delivered to the stereotypical cat lady today. I mean, there are some real gene pool winners here. But like I said, there's a lot of people we've met, and most of the people here are very, very nice. I will tell you that you really couldn't tell that Katrina destroyed 3/4 of this town. Yeah. I mean, it literally wiped 3/4 of Gulfport off the map. Because of course, once we moved here, we did the typical thing. We watched Hurricane Katrina videos to see what happened, to find out where we live and how it was affected.
And we were in ground zero.
Our neighborhood didn't exist.
No.
After Katrina, it was gone.
30 foot of water?
30 feet. No, not here.
It's
here was 20 feet of water.
Yeah, 20 foot of water.
And there was dead bodies found in our neighborhood, and incling in this house.
To include a dead cat in the fucking backyard.
And the dead cat we got in the backyard. So that was our welcome to Mississippi gift.
Yeah, it's
from the real estate people
with a card that said "Get well soon."
Yeah, it's huge cat. I mean, I'm not kidding, folks. This cat in the backyard had to have been this big around. And when you walked out onto the deck, you obviously knew it was there because the smell hit you immediately. So, I mean, it's been a wonderful experience for the last couple of days. Let me tell you, it's been interesting.
That it has.
But all in all, though, it's so far everything's turned out pretty well, and other than our plumbing incident, the dead cat, everything's been fun.
And I gotta say, the VA over here.
Oh yeah, please tell them about the VA.
Oh my God! So. We all know about my little mishap at the Temple VA. And
where they pretty much told him, sorry about your luck, good luck, hope you live a couple months.
Yeah. So I come down here over to the Biloxi VA.
Which is gorgeous. I drove by it while I was making a delivery. That fucking place is amazing.
They literally have fucking everything.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
So I've been on the horn with them for a few weeks now, prior to coming down here. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm just going to go ahead and go down there. So I went over there, I think, what was it, Tuesday? No, Wednesday.
Wednesday, yeah. It was
Wednesday. I went down Wednesday.
It was my first day, official day at
First
work.
official day, Wednesday. So I went down Wednesday. Like, literally went to customer service. I was like, hey, I need to transfer my records over from Texas. And they're all like, okay, well, what's your name? So when I gave my name, 5 minutes, they already had all my records transferred over. So they're like, all right, so you can go over to Gold Team, blah, blah, blah. Go ahead and tell them you need to sign up with a primary care physician. Should take about 10 minutes. All right, cool. Went over there, walked up, signed up, and their dudes are like, all right, go ahead and take a seat. Give us about 10 minutes. All right, cool. Sit down. 10 minutes later, literally 10 minutes later, my physician comes over. And he goes, hey, Nitty, right? I said, yeah. He goes, all right, come on back. So he goes, all right, cool. Start walking through. He goes, all right, we're going to go ahead and do an MRI. We're going to go ahead and get treatment started, blah, 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 blah. I'm all like, whoa, 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 whoa. The fuck just happened? Did I walk into a fucking episode of The Twilight Zone?
No, they're fixing your shit, bro.
They are fucking fixing my shit. Went ahead, did an MRI. They're like, okay, so we know what we're working with. Yada, yada, yada. We're going to go into this room now. Went ahead, gave me the fucking ultrasound jelly. Used that fucking ultrasound machine.
It goes...
Yeah, fucking smeared it all over. Made me all fucking greasy and wet and slippery.
Okay, back to the... We have to be... We can't go past R rating, okay? We can't go past an R rating here. We get our show banned.
Too late. Anyways, so I went ahead, took what's called the HIV1, like literally synced it up. All of a sudden, he goes, "All right, so you're gonna feel in a little, you're gonna feel some heat. You're gonna shake a little bit. You're gonna be good." All right, cool. So for about 45 minutes, I'm just feeling heat and vibrations. I'm like, man, this actually feels kind of good. Like I started to nod off and everything, but I'm looking at the screen, and this motherfucker is taking one of my fucking tumors, just fucking breaking that shit apart.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, literally after about 45 minutes, he knocked out the biggest tumor that I had. And he goes, okay, so we're going to go ahead and let you rest a little bit, come back at the end of April, give me my appointment day and everything like that. He goes, we can go ahead, knock out the other two at the same time, then we will. If not, then, we'll schedule you a third appointment. Then after that, we'll go ahead and do a couple rounds of chemo, kill off everything that's still there, and then you should be good here in a few months.
Yeah.
I was like, holy shit. I was like, why is it different here than in Texas?
Because they give a shit here?
And, like, literally, apparently, the VA system down here is rated #1 in the nation.
It is.
It's rated #1, and for no fucking joke. And apparently, after Katrina hit, they had this huge fucking remodel and fucking upheaval of everything. And they restructured everything, and they literally got everything set for here. And it's awesome.
Oh, yeah. The place is gorgeous, too. The building for Veterans Affairs, the Veterans Affairs building, the Veterans Medical Facility,
The mental health,
even the cemetery.
Yeah, the National Cemetery is here down here.
One of the national cemeteries that's here. It's fucking gorgeous. So they definitely, you definitely take care of things down here. I will say that I've been recommended by many people to go to the casinos to check out the casino life, folks. I've lived in Nevada for 13 years. Okay. I worked in the casino industry. I am not interested in going to the casinos. Okay? Not at all. And I've had friends that live in Texas that have recommended, hey, you got to go check out their casinos. No. Because that usually ends one way. If I'm not working there, I go sit on a damn poker table and I end up getting kicked out of the damn casino because my ass counts cards. I'm not going to lie. The people are like, you're cheating. It is not cheating. It's called getting a tactical advantage through mathematics over the opposition, which is the house. But they don't like that and they kick you out. So that's where the only time you catch my ass in a casino if I'm not working there is because the buffet. That's it.
It's funny because my buddy Watts that I served with in Korea told me straight because he lives outside of Mobile. I forget where. He just told me.
By the way, folks, just as a shocker, we learned this today. Alabama backwards does not spell Alabama.
What did you mean? I'm sorry, Edna.
That was Special Edna.
Special Edna. That's what she calls herself. Sweet lady.
Wonderful lady.
Sweet lady.
But yeah.
So he goes, whatever you do, don't go to the casinos because they waste time. If you're going to go, only go for the buffets because the buffets are amazing.
They are $30 a person, But I've been
worth
told
it.
they're fucking amazing.
Apparently, they have really high-class fine dining at those buffets here.
Which is not like the casinos in Nevada where you go in a buffet, it's like $5.99 each. And
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong, the food's good because I've eaten a lot of buffets and casinos in Nevada, but they're $5.99. You don't not expect a lot.
But apparently, you'll get like a lot of crayfish down here.
Shrimp.
Shrimp.
They got shrimp cocktail, shrimp gumbo, shrimp stew, shrimp steam, shrimp there.
Yeah, they also have like really high class stuff. They got like etouffee and all that stuff, like the stuff that I was telling you about.
Yeah.
Yeah. Apparently, we found this one grocery store called Grocery Depot.
We were kind of wondering when we went by this place. We're like, well, this is either going to be an okay discount, grocery store, or this is going to be a real shitty one.
It turns out it was way better than we expected.
It was great. It was really awesome. Their deals are
amazing. And on top of that, all their shit is fresh.
Like their steaks they put out, when you go to HEB over there in Texas, you get the steaks. They're already kind of brownish a little bit. They're not bright red. And you're kind of like, man, they had stuff like this is the color the steaks were sitting on the rack in the refrigerated rack.
It was beautiful,
and it wasn't expensive either.
No,
I mean,
it was like 4 steaks for like $11.
Of course, the steaks that I looked at that I wanted to buy were like $23. But I like nice steaks. I'm just saying, but. It was really good.
I mean, hell, we had a full meal today, like a really, really good meal for under $50.
Yeah, we fed five people and a child, or 5 people including a child. Sorry, 5 people and a child for $44.88
with leftovers.
And
booze.
This was ribs, beer, mashed potatoes, and beans for all these people, and still had leftovers. Yeah. So.
I cooked.
Yeah, I'm starting to think Bacon everybody else bailed on us there.
I literally cooked 5 pounds of mashed potatoes. It was like an 1/8 of a pound.
We did eat a lot of fucking potatoes. So if I start yawning, I apologize. I ate a lot of fucking potatoes tonight. But anyway, so like I said, so far the trip here, the trip to the place. We only ran into 2 real issues on the ride here.
Houston.
Fucking Houston and Baton Rouge, okay? Houston, we got there at morning rush hour.
Almost got into an accident.
Yeah, almost got into a wreck. Going in there. I mean, it was literally like we're riding down the road, everything's quiet and calm, and we're just hauling ass. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, have you seen The Truman Show?
Yes.
Okay, remember when Truman was trying to, fuck up the script and they put all the cars on the road at the same time to fuck them up?
Yes.
Same shit happened in Houston. Not gonna lie. We were driving, there was nobody on the fucking highway. Then all of a sudden, within seconds, thousands of people, were right there where we were at.
And then we finally got to Baytown. We're like, we're gonna pull the fuck over.
We're going to pull over because I had to pee. Like, I'm in traffic. This is me driving down the road. I'm like, I got fuck this. And finally, I find a Love's, and I'm like, all right, we're going to pull into the Love's, and I'm going to get something, and I'm going to go pee and get a drink. We get over there, and then we get going down the road. Nothing really happened at the truck stop. We get going down the damn road, and everything's good. We're golden. We're doing good, and then we get to Baton Rouge, and
oh my God!
Now, let me tell you something about Mississippi or about Louisiana roads. I remember driving through this state a few times a few years ago. And when I say a few years ago, this was back while I was still living in Texas. Okay, when I drove through Louisiana. And I mean, when I say living in Texas, I don't mean this last time. I mean the time before, back
20 years ago.
The roads weren't worth the shit then. They were horrible. They've gotten worse, not better. We were worried that half the shit in the back of the truck was broke by the time we got done there. And we get to Baton Rouge and we run into the same shit we run into Houston. Not a fucking really that many people on the road. We're hauling ass down the damn road, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, all of a sudden, here's everybody. And this motherfucker tried to run me off the road. I'm driving a damn Kenworth. This bitch in a pickup truck decided he was going to run me the fuck off the road into another truck. Which the funny thing is, when we were in Houston, there was a dude in a pickup truck tried to run me off the fucking road into another truck. What is it with dudes in pickups?
They're overcompensating for shit.
Evidently. You know, and then we got stuck behind every once in a while when I turned around and I was like, you know, every time we get going and hauling ass down the road, I get stuck behind some moron decides want to do 20 miles an hour on fucking I-10. 20 miles an hour on I-10. Folks, when you get to Mississippi, it says minimum speed limit is 40. They weren't even doing that. Get the fuck off the road. Go drive in the swamp. It's better for you.
But there was one highlight when we were driving into Mississippi.
Yes, the, what is it? The
NASA Center.
Yeah.
NASA Discovery Center.
Yes, the NASA Discovery Center, one of the places where they test the rockets for the engines, is right down here, and we are going to go. And it is literally...
An hour away.
It's not even that. It's 45 minutes, because I drove it by twice already.
Let's go tomorrow.
No.
Damn it.
We got shit we got to get done around
Oh,
here.
yeah, I still need
Okay, so us being space junkies, okay, we've got a fucking space center right down the road.
Yes.
So, you know, I mean, there's a lot of things for us down here, and plus we're going to try to get you guys some photographs of Mississippi's finest in action around here. Got to get a park started, don't you? We got to do that too. We're working on that already. We're already working on that. We are already working on that.
Shh, they don't even know about that.
Okay, well, yeah, because I mean, somebody's gonna suspend you.
Yeah, I'm gonna get banned.
But you know, so we got some shit. We're gonna, like I said, we're gonna try to get some photos of Mississippi's finest and their vehicles they drive around here.
We just need to be aware of the full race Volvos.
Yeah, there's a full race Volvo, a bicycle, and a fake taxi. Get the fuck out of the car.
And a tour bus.
And it's because something's about to happen. If you watched our car crash commentary show. So anyway, let's do due diligence and do what we do here on the show.
And that's talk shit.
Talk shit. Well, first of all, I do want to cover a dumpster fire.
Oh shit.
Okay. Because
what did I do now?
No, you didn't do it, but I know that you don't pay attention to shit in AppGuard because you're not on Facebook page anymore. But however, evidently Qualls did not go off without a hitch.
I've been hearing about this because I actually got a phone call about this.
Well, and so did I, and I apologize to Crispy because I was supposed to call him back. We're supposed to talk more in detail about this. Okay. So evidently, one person that was running for a region failed to qualify. And they're a little salty about that. But it is what it is. Okay. Then we have the other person... Oh, yeah, see, there, Sherry.
Yeah, John C. Stennis Space Center.
So, and another person running for regent, which is Harley. And I saw Harley's stuff, and Harley's stuff looked really good. However, there's the issue of the hand-drawn picture. And...
Qualls turned into Nightmare 24 hours after the fact, and it wasn't Nightmare that started it.
Okay, yeah. Well, the thing was, okay, I saw the picture. I didn't get to read the write-up. And I wish I'd have gotten a chance to read the write-up because that's where the controversy is. Because supposedly, the write-up, was not put down that it was an exact hand sketch, or it was basically a hand sketch duplicate of the photo. However, the person who had the photo on the art site that it was gotten from, it wasn't the original either. In fact, some digging I've done, I've dug through 12 copies of this photo, and I still have yet to find the original artist. But then again, I'm pretty sure it came off of a specific animated series of some kind or out of a comic book. I don't know. Now, my argument with this is either or, it's still somebody's work.
Blizzard owns the original.
Okay, so it was from the World of Warcraft. Okay. I wasn't certain, but I know I keep digging through and I keep finding and finding and finding and finding. But, you know, so the thing is this is still artwork that is owned by somebody. Okay?
That's where it becomes the intellectual property.
Well, here's the problem. And what I got told is, well, this was a copy of another copy, which is a copy of another copy of another copy. And it's like, still at that point, okay, but still at that point, all right, it's still owned. And, well, however you look at the original, it's been replicated and duplicated by multiple artists. Okay, but here's the reference I have for this, okay? You still have you know, copyrighted material, okay? Okay, so it's still, you know, copyrighted material. Hold on, Bacon, don't get ahead of yourself. Okay. All right, so that's where we're at on that. Okay, it's still copyrighted material somehow. Well, people are saying since it's a copy of a copy of a copy, it's not even a copy of the original. It's not. It's no longer plagiarism. Okay.
That's not true.
Let me give you an example from a legal sense because I have a law degree. Let me give you a legal example here. If I break into your car and steal your car stereo, okay, it's against the law. Okay. Somebody breaks into my car and steals your car stereo, which I stole, it's still against the law. We repeat this 22 times. The 23rd guy that stole the stereo has still broken the law. Okay? All right, so it's still wrong. It doesn't matter how many times something has been duplicated exactly or close enough to exact where it's not outside of that, what they consider 25 to 35% change of the item to make it a person's own. It's still, in a sense, a violation. Okay, now, if the person gives you authorization, the originator of the photo, gives you authorization, and it's a moot point. The whole discussion is over. Yeah. I know that you guys have, and I know that Harley and Jill do have an open dialogue with the people and the creators and the people working on World of Warcraft. So they very well may have permission, and that's a moot point. And that makes this whole discussion a moot fucking issue. However, if you look at it, if you look at it in a way, just throw out the picture, because if we're allowing this, because as of right now we're allowing this, okay, then here's the problem I have. One of my entries got thrown out, and I didn't plagiarize shit. Okay, when I tried to call last time, one of my issues one of the things that I entered in was my 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse. Okay, it was based off of my original V6 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse, which I did not get inspiration from anybody other than the descriptions of what the 4 Horsemen were based off of reading the Bible. Now, somebody claims that I stole that. They gave me a 0 score because they claimed I stole the original design of the 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse for Amgard, which there's 11 different versions, so I don't even understand how that was. Okay? Stole it, and then I rewrote it. And no, I took my version off of the computer that I still had the file format, and converted it for VA. I didn't change a single thing from the original other than their abilities, because half the abilities they had originally no longer apply. Okay, so.
Now, Bacon, as you state that the Monarch, who actually did submit an item that could also be considered plagiarized, if we're going by, you know, what had happened with Harley. But the fact of the matter is, with that piece, he had explicit, the go-ahead from the original artist to go ahead and copy that piece.
Now, is this the wood burning?
The wood burning. It was his daughter's artwork, and he got permission from his daughter to do the wood burning.
Yes. So he had authorization from the originator of that. So that's not that's not. The problem is there is no actual rule, and it's handled on a case by case by case basis. Yeah. Some kingdoms actually have a rule in their Kapor that states if you're entering art, If you're anything you're entering in order for, if it's from somebody else's work, it has to be modified by what the courts have kind of set a precedence on what is not plagiarism. And a lot of the courts, the average is 25 to 35% of the item being plagiarized needs to be changed in order to your own, in order for it to be varied enough that it's no longer that on which that other person created. So 25 to 35% is usually what the courts go with to throw out plagiarism lawsuits.
Yeah. By the way, motherfuckers, I was at Qualls.
Yeah, he was there.
I was there.
Could also have made a stink of us mod. One person who didn't qual, his girlfriend is the one pushing for the item to be removed. Yes, and that is an issue because Heather has been running around and trying to tell everybody that this shit needs to be dumped out.
Oh, it's a Heather thing.
But here's a problem. Here's a problem with that, okay? You still had a person qualify. The moment one of them qualifies, regardless of what position, if nobody else qualifies, guess what? We don't get to start the whole process all over again. It's all done by appointments and fucking votes of confidence. And guess what? The champion qual.
Yeah.
Okay, so either or, if everybody doesn't qual, then the champion unfortunately becomes the de facto monarch of the kingdom, and then has to appoint everybody. So and not to mention, according to certain parties, the wife and I conspired to tank Thad.
Interesting.
So there you go. Here's the deal: Thad didn't qualify. Shit happens.
That's his fault.
I didn't qualify for champion.
I didn't qualify for shit. Then again, I wasn't running, so I don't give a fuck.
Okay. This is an issue that's being blown out of proportion. It doesn't need to get blown out of proportion.
It's because motherfuckers are all fucking butthurt and shit with fucking sticks up their fucking ass, getting all, oh my god, my feelings are fucking hurt. I need a fucking safe space. Fucking shove it up where the sun don't fucking shine. God damn it. Grow the fuck up.
Yeah, well, Bacon is considered a Russian judge now because they were conspiring against him.
Fucking collusion.
But yeah, so yeah, it's just one of those issues that it doesn't need to be an issue, and you guys are they're blowing this way out of proportion.
Beat your kids, save a life.
There you go. All right, so now that's it. I don't have anything else for amp guard purposes. It's just something I wanted to.
Oh, we're like dead center of like 3 fucking kingdoms.
Yeah, we're dead center of 3 kingdoms, so I don't have anything right now. Don't worry, we'll find a way to make ourselves known and get information later.
Mr. Cold is the turd blossom of the house.
So 3 master craftsmen were brought in to check another master craftsman at the door and failed to pass. Pretty much. It's pretty much what happened.
Quit being a little bitch.
Well, there you go. All right, so let's move on to the mundane world. And the mundane world has all kinds of news. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Now it's that time of the show where we talk about the news that's going on in the world that may be or may not be important to you. That's right, if you gave a shit or didn't give a shit, we're still going to talk about shit.
Because we like talking shit.
We do. So, folks, now moving on. And here's one I wanted to talk about. We're going to start off with
Stephen Clark.
The Stephen Clark shooting in California. Okay. Stephen Clark shooting in California. All right, so you guys know, as a former law enforcement officer, on a lot of occasions I will back up law enforcement. Law enforcement is a very difficult job, and for asshats out there that like to second guess cops and go, well, why are cops running around with guns? Trust me, there's a lot more asshats that try to kill them. Yes. So of course they have guns. They have the right to defend themselves. They also have the right to make sure that you, being an asshat, have the right to be safe. However, given this situation, and I've looked at everything that's going on, and after the coroner's report came out after the autopsy, I'm telling you right now that I hope these cops get prosecuted for murder. For murder. And I hope they go to jail for a long time. I hope that the family gets a very large payout. And I understand that it will not bring back their family member, who was not the greatest person on earth, okay? Because I've seen that argument given. Well, they shot a guy who's caused all kinds of problems, has a rap sheet a mile long. Okay, but it still does not give you the right to shoot the fucking kid when he's unarmed, regardless of how much of an asshat he is. It doesn't matter, okay? The kid had a wallet, a bag of Skittles in his pocket. That's all he had. He was fleeing. Okay? He was running, which people are like, well, he's running away, so shoot him. You can't. Okay? We have this thing in the law enforcement community, and I know the military also has this. It's called a threat assessment ladder. Okay? Mm-hmm. You start off at the bottom, and you work your way up. But in order to get to that top and final tier where you're going to take another person's life, your life or the lives of others around you have to be in imminent danger. Okay? You can't just kill a person for running. If they're not killing somebody or attempting to kill somebody, you have no right to use deadly force. If they are not presenting a deadly threat to you, you cannot use deadly force. And then to shoot a person 7 fucking times in the back.
8 times.
No. He was shot 8 times.
7, yeah.
7 of them registered by the autopsy as being in the back. One of them happened to be while he was going down, he turned and got shot a final time in the front.
No, got shot in the side and never get the one in the back of the leg.
Okay, but the back of the leg was still in the back.
Yeah. Okay,
but the one on the side, they determined it was when he was turning as he was going down.
Yeah.
Okay, so they shot him while he was going down. Okay, these asshats, I hope the hell they go to prison. In fact, put them in there with the guys they've arrested and put into prison. Shut up. Okay, put them in. Because then maybe they'll get a little bit of justice.
Maybe.
Because here's the problem: if they did that easily, it now makes you wonder about the rest of the cases and shit they've worked on.
Exactly.
You know, because if cops just blindly just go ahead and shoot a guy 8 fucking times, 7 times in the back who's unarmed, it now makes you wonder about the rest of the shit they've been involved with.
There goes their credibility.
Well, their credibility's shot because they just shot a kid 7 fucking times in the back.
Yep.
Who was unarmed.
Yep.
And you know what? If they fucking riot in California over this shit, I totally disagree with riots. There is no reason to have a riot. Okay? We can have peaceful protests, and they're perfectly right for having peaceful protests over this shit.
Oh, yeah.
This is the one time where I would go along with, well, because I don't agree with the hands up, don't shoot crowd, because they've proven that asshat was attempting to take the gun from the cop and everything else. Okay, but at this time, you know, I think the chant should be all I got is Skittles, don't shoot. You know, or something along those lines. Got Skittles, don't shoot. You know, should be the chant. Just to prove a point. You know, and I would full support that protest.
Yeah. Because
you know what? These guys fucked up. And I hope they burn for this shit. And like I said, I hope the city has got to pay a crap load of fucking money to a family. I mean, a crap load. And I'm saying it should be in the millions per officer that shot him.
Yes.
Not millions total. Millions per officer that shot him. This family should never have to work another day in its life. In fact, for the next couple generations, we're going to probably have to pay for college for the kids to go to school. Okay? In fact, I'm pretty sure there's vacant properties over in Beverly Hills. They're a couple $1 million. Let's give them the keys to it, too, while we're at it. Because y'all fucked up. And in the current climate we're in, this is the last situation you need somebody to fuck up at.
Bait your kids, save a life.
That doesn't quite apply in this situation.
Always applies.
Okay. Alright, so
because it means that officer did not get enough sense knocked into him. That's what it means.
Yeah. But, you know, no, I remember that one too, Bacon. But, you know, it's like I said, it's just one of those situations at, you know, while on topic, how can we talk about coffee places and must put cancer warnings on the cups? Oh yes, that did come up this weekend, but we'll catch up with that later. Yeah, no, it's fucking horrible. And like I said, I love cops. I love cops. Cops, great people. They do a very fucking stressful job. That is a hard ass job, and 3/4 of people I know couldn't do that fucking job.
By the way, speaking of smoking, if you see him start to get edgy and starts wanting to run through stories, it's okay, because we are not smoking in this house.
We're not. I made that rule from the word go. There is no smoking allowed inside my house.
Yes.
Period.
Garage is okay because it's technically outside.
We have a garage and we have a porch. Those are the 2 places you're allowed to smoke in my house.
Yes.
So there you go. All right, so let's move on to this one.
Oh my God.
You found this wonderful fucking gem of a story.
So apparently a woman mistakes a 37-week pregnancy for bad Chinese food.
I've had some bad Chinese food in my day. In fact, I even made the mistake of getting gas station sushi.
So apparently this lady, she thought that she was just getting fat. Okay, whatever. So she goes ahead, orders Chinese food. The next day, she's all like, oh man, my stomach hurts. I don't know what's going on. She goes to the hospital, and sure enough, she's getting ready to fucking pop.
Yeah, she had a child. Thought she had eaten bad Chinese food several months ago, and that was the problem.
No. Bad Chinese food the night before.
Oh, the night before when she went into labor. So this entire time, she had no idea she had a child, and then she
just thought that she was fat.
So basically, it was like me eating Taco Bell. The next morning, I could think, oh, it's Taco Bell, but it could be something else. Because I don't like eating Taco Bell. People are like, I love Taco Bell. I don't.
Taco Bell. Product placement with Taco Bell.
Oh, God.
Chorrito, mucho burrito. Taco Bell.
Love that movie. That movie was fucking great. Rich, if you're giving birth, you're getting paid. Right.
It'll be just like the Schwarzenegger movie Junior.
Right. Well, except there wasn't some lab put together with some of the best sperm of the world put together to make a child kind of thing.
No, this time it was Taco Bell.
This time it was Taco Bell, so let's not even get into that, because there's only racism that can follow in these comments after that.
It's a chalupa!
Oh, Jesus. So anyway, by the way, Bubba, sorry I didn't call you back. I apologize. We got busy with this after we got done what we were doing.
So that I was cooking.
So folks, just be wise. Bacon went there. If Taco Bell gets me pregnant, according to Bacon, the baby's going to come out with a mustache and a bag of oranges.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
Yeah, we weren't going to go there. I figured that was maybe a little too racist.
So, moving on to a couple of Mexicans.
Yes, 2 boys steal delivery car, but they don't get far.
So apparently these 2 kids, one is 14 and one is 12, decided to go ahead and order a pizza for their neighbor. So Domino's comes up and their little hoopty, which is owned by another Mexican, just so happens.
There is no honor among thieves, let me tell you.
Just so happens. So dude goes up with pizza, has a bunch of other pizzas in the car, goes to deliver it to this house. Person inside goes, no, we didn't order any pizza. Dude turns around, goes back to his car. All of a sudden, he hears it going off. There's just 2 little kids in the car trying to hide their faces while they're trying to drive off. But they didn't get far because apparently the thing was fucking manual. It was stick shift.
Yeah, people don't teach anybody how to drive stick shifts anymore. In fact, how many people play video games where they utilize the stick over automatic option anymore? I don't. No, but there is an addict.
God damn it. Yeah, they put me in the hidey hole.
Oh, okay. So, yeah,
I'm the butler.
But, yeah, so, look, you were not Mr. Belvedere. Is that your dog doing that?
I don't think so.
I think your dog wanted in.
Should I let him in?
No. We have a door. We can close the office now to do the show.
Right.
So, anyway.
Leave us the fuck alone.
So, but yeah, nobody drives stick anymore. So these kids get in there, and there's a stick shift. They hit the gas. First of all, they had to figure out they had to release the emergency brake. Once they figured that shit out, then they had to put the thing in gear to go.
Yes.
Yeah, that's your dog.
That is my dog right outside the window.
I thought somebody was knocking. But,
no, just his tail.
Yeah, I drive a stick. Love driving sticks. I can't. I hate automatics because I love the ability to sit at a light and dump it into first, drop the clutch, and go. But a lot of people can't do that shit, so that's where we're at. So they didn't get very far. Emergency brake, the pedal that makes the car smell funny for 10 minutes. No, I had the handle. I had that. Hey, look.
I still have it.
We're gonna drive like we're drifting now. We're gonna go in the corner. All right, cool. There went $330 out the window, and all the tires I got to replace, and the clutch, and the rear end.
Jesus. So moving on.
Moving on.
Now this also has to involve a police officer shooting, but it is the complete opposite. That's what happened with Stephen Clark.
Oh, yes. And you know what? This was a very justified officer shooting.
Very justified.
Police officer in Pasadena, Texas opens fire on a driver who points a gun at the officer. Now, to give you preference, we don't have the video for you. We're still working on exactly how we're going to do this.
Trying to get the whole yada, yada, yada.
We're still working on that. You watch the video, and the officer pulls this guy over, and and the guy immediately gets out of his car. Well, the officer gets out of his car, and he's like, "Sir, get back in your vehicle. Sir, get back in your vehicle."
So the way this happened was that the officer pulled him over because the dude ran a stoplight. Ran a stop sign.
He ran a stop sign, so of course now you have probable cause in order to effect a traffic stop. Okay, folks, and stops 101. Okay, he's got it. Well, the guy's sitting at his car, and he's got his one hand behind his back. He's sitting like this, staring at the cop. Well, the cop at this point goes, "Show me your hands," and he pulls his weapon because this guy is sitting there, and the guy keeps asking, "What did I do? What did I do?" And all the cop wanted to do is go sit back in the car, and that would have been, you think that would have been it, but there's a little bit more to that story. Anyway, this is what you see from a distance in the vision from the cop's body cam. All of a sudden, the dude just comes around with and has a firearm, has a handgun, and you see it pointed at him, and the cops are sitting there and just pop, 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 pop. Retreats to the rear of his vehicle, comes around the passenger side of his vehicle. The guy moves away from his car over to this side a little bit. Sitting across the way, he fires off two more rounds, and then he drops, fires off one more round because when the guy hit the ground, turned around and pointed his firearm at him again.
Yeah.
The guy didn't get a clue when he got shot at the first fucking time. Maybe I should drop the gun and this shit'll stop. Maybe. No, he decided, fuck it. We're going to we're going to keep going until I die. Well, come to find out,
this motherfucker had several warrants out for his arrest.
Several. Let's see. First barrage nailed the guy because he stumbled back before stumbling away from the vehicle. Okay, Kilmill saw this video evidently.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he did get shot. He did get hit, but he didn't get killed because as he when he went around the car, when he went around the SUV to cover down on him, he was still standing. He shot him again. Then he falls into the street, and then he shoots him again because you see the guy laying on the street. And the guy turns around and points a handgun at him from the ground.
Yep.
And it's just like, fuck, dude, just take the gun and blow your own brains out and end this for everybody.
So this guy already had several warrants out for his arrest.
Several warrants out for his arrest.
To include domestic battery on his wife.
On his wife.
On his wife.
He also, he violated his bond.
Yes.
Because he was out on bond. Violated his bond. Let's see.
Yeah, and on top of that, owning a firearm that was stolen.
Owning a stolen firearm as a felon.
Yes.
So this guy, this guy was a real fucking winner. Okay?
Beat your kids, save a life.
This guy was a real damn winner. He wasn't going to go to jail.
No.
It was only going to end one of two ways. Either the cop was going to die or he was going to die.
Yep.
But he wasn't going back to jail. That was his mindset in that. He was going to kill a cop if he had to.
Yep.
But you know what? Completely justified shooting. I'm glad the officer is perfectly fine. Well, okay, the officer is
on administrative leave.
He's on administrative leave, and and they did say that he is getting counseling.
Because he is a bit shaken up.
Yeah, I mean, it's not every day you got to kill a fucking person.
Now, this officer is a 14-year veteran of the force.
And he acted with, he acted with that veteran, with that veteran instinct that, hey, this guy's got his hand behind his back while I've got him pulled over. I'm going to go ahead and pull my firearm and cover down just in case.
Yeah.
Because he gave him one warning saying, dude, let me see your hands. As soon as the guy did...
times.
No, hold on. Can I fucking finish?
No, yeah.
He asked him the first time, said, show me your hands. The guy did not pull his hands out, and he did anything other than pull his hands out. The officer immediately unholstered his firearm and then asked him 2 more times to show me your hands. He asked him the first time, to show me your hands without unholstering. But as soon as that guy did anything other than pull his hand out with completely empty, he unholstered his ass.
Yep.
And he covered down on him. And the moment that gun became visible from the side of that guy, that was it. That guy made his decision. And it's like we love to say, if you play stupid games, you will win stupid prizes. And that guy won the stupidest prize of them all, death. So there you go. Dude doesn't have to fire. He aimed his firearm at a police officer. No shit.
Yeah.
The moment you raise a weapon and show deadly intent to a law enforcement officer, they are going to shoot you. They're going to shoot you a lot. Not a little bit. They're going to a lot.
They're going to unload on your ass.
So there you go. So that guy is gone. We no longer have to worry because he did die from his wounds.
Yes, he did.
Okay. That officer wasn't shot at all.
Nope.
Okay. No bullet wound and no bullets entered that officer. He is shaken up. And like I said, his man was probably 14 years on the force, never had to shoot a single fucking... The only time he ever shot his firearm was at the range.
Yep.
And if one time he has to shoot his firearm, it's to kill a guy.
Yes.
Because guess what? His ass was going home to his family over the other guy.
Yes.
And that's a mentality you have to have. You have suicide by cop. I don't think it necessarily was intended to be suicide by cop, Bubba. I think he was not going to jail. He was not going back to prison. So it was either he was going to die or the cop was going to die. And suicide by cop is going out with the intention to have the cops just kill you. You don't have the intention of taking any cops with you when you do this. You just intend to cause them to shoot you a lot. Well, when it's either me or him is the end scenario, that's not really suicide by cop. That's what we refer to in law enforcement as the OK corral.
Yeah.
It's you or me. Somebody's going to win. And that's what we refer to it. The guy had plenty of time to fire at a cop. He didn't even fire a shot. It doesn't matter. He raised a firearm at a cop. He's dead.
Yeah.
End of story.
There was intent.
Justifiable shooting. But yes, he is on mandatory administrative leave, and of course the video cam and the autopsy report still has to go to a grand jury. Yes. And the grand jury has to determine on whether or not the cop was in the right. I'm sorry, law enforcement officer. I've watched it. I've read the story on it. Everything says, yeah, he shot the fucking guy. Glad he's alive and not the other.
Yes.
So let's move on.
So I remember back in 2014 when a bunch of IS fucks went ahead and started to behead motherfuckers.
Oh yes, remember that whole, there was the one video of the news reporter.
Yeah,
it was the big deal.
It was 7 people altogether. It was like 3 Americans, 2 Brits, and 2 Japanese reporters.
And Kilmill, I don't think Bubba is trying to justify or not justify or anything like that. He's trying to take his position that he was intending to commit suicide by cop. I don't think it was necessarily that situation. I think what it probably was here's where a lot of mistakes happen with these idiots. They have a firearm. Guess what they haven't done before they pull it?
Cocked it.
They haven't cocked it and put a bullet in the trigger or in the round or in the chamber. Sorry. All they've done is smack the mag into it, thinking it's going to load. Probably sat there and pulled it and started squeezing on the trigger. And nothing happened, because nothing will happen until you charge it.
Rack that bitch.
So there you go. Because he points it right at the cop. I'm sure if we had a much better video of it, I'm willing to bet you see trigger squeezing. And I'm willing to bet he didn't chamber one.
Yeah.
And thought by pulling the trigger it would chamber one. This is not a revolver.
People are idiots.
So anyway, so the beheadings issue, yeah, we're talking about ISIS.
Yeah, so back in 2014, apparently there was these two motherfuckers from England who were British militants who were associated with ISIS, who were there during that time and were part of the beheadings. And apparently they were called the Beatles cell of ISIS because of their British accents.
Fucking original.
Yeah,
really fucking original people.
Yeah. So apparently these motherfuckers decided to go ahead, and when they were being interviewed, they're like, oh, yeah, those beheadings? Yeah, that was a mistake.
This is not one of those things you could go, oops, my bad.
That's what they tried.
This is not like you tripped over or knocked your buddy's beer over and go, oops, my bad. This is not one of those situations where you accidentally bumped your friend with the rear view mirror, the side mirror of your car, and go, oops, my bad. You fucking beheaded somebody. It's a little late for oops, my bad.
So the whole point of them trying to say that it was, oh shit, we done goofed, this wasn't supposed to happen this way, was one of those things because they were hoping to go ahead and go to trial over this since they were British. But apparently that's not gonna fucking happen.
What is happening to them?
So apparently they're gonna go ahead and be left to rot in a fucking jail cell. Because
without a trial.
Well, because the whole point of the whole thing of the matter is, yes, there are a lot of people, especially the family members, those who have been beheaded, who want them to go to trial so that they can go ahead and see and feel the pain that every family member had to go through. But they don't want them to get the death penalty. Because they think of the death penalty, then that, flows along with, the whole ISIS mindset. They become a martyr. So have them rot in fucking solitary. That's not even
just the ISIS mindset. That's the jihadist mindset.
Yeah. So let them rot in solitary in a fucking prison cell for the rest of their fucking lives.
Don't let them see the sun either, so that way they know which way to pray. Yeah. Just block it all out. This isn't a game of Twister with Fister. You know you're going elbow deep. Oops, my bad. Okay. Well,
anyways, moving on.
So, but yeah, no. Sorry about your luck, but you know what? Your enemy combatants of the state, regardless of what state it is, whether it be America, England, whatnot, we hold you for doing this.
And England already denounced their citizenships.
There you go.
They already ripped it apart.
So guess what? Your ass is now going to rot in a jail cell instead of going to trial, getting the death penalty, and becoming martyrs for your actions. So I guess that means no 72 virgins. And I don't get that whole mindset, because when I go to eternity, I don't want 72 fucking virgins.
Well, here's the thing, though.
I don't want 72 women that don't know what the fuck they're doing. I want 72 women that have been around the block a time or two that know everything that I want.
Okay, here is where the mindset
Sorry,
differs.
I'm picky, I guess. I don't know.
Here's where the mindset differs. Because in the Muslim religion, they say that women are for procreation, while boys are for pleasure.
I don't want boys either.
But also, who's to say that the 72 virgins that they're going to get are going to be women? It could be a bunch of fucking horny teenagers.
I'm out. Fuck that. When I get there, I'll be like, can I change religions? Because I got robbed.
And no, Anthony, this is an ISIS thing because these two guys were affiliated with an ISIS cell.
Well, I mean, these guys are in ISIS, but this mentality is still the jihadist extreme.
Yes, it is.
Mentality, and we, you've got a lot of different organizations that are basically brainwashing people into killing themselves in order to kill other people. So, well, no, and I get
the
that.
72 virgins thing is a Muslim thing.
I get that. No, it says 72 Virginians, but the translation is loose, and so are the Virginians. But anyway, no, you can't go, oops, my bad. We fucked up. Can we still get the death penalty? No. Guess what?
You're fucked.
You're fucked. Get over it. So let's move on from that story. Now, let's go over to our friends in Illinois.
So apparently, an Illinois man was arrested after they find of 423 pounds of weed valued at $3 million on the street found in his home.
Okay, so what is the big deal? That what? There's more to the story than that.
All right, so apparently this guy.
And now, as the words of Paul Harvey, and now for the rest of the story.
So apparently this guy went ahead and tipped off as being a dealer in the state of Illinois. So they went ahead and did a raid on his house, found 423 pounds of marijuana. On top of that, they also found a shit ton of cash. On top of that, a shotgun, several handguns, and a bunch of other shit.
Basically, he went to the drug dealer Sears and Roebuck's catalog and ordered everything he needed to be a successful dealer.
Yes.
Got it. Okay, and that's it.
That's
that's a lot of fucking marijuana. Don't get me wrong.
423 fucking pounds
In fucking Illinois. Okay.
In one house.
In Illinois.
In Illinois.
And you're not growing that much marijuana unnoticeable unless you have a whole network of places growing marijuana for you.
Maybe.
So, or you're getting it from somewhere else that is growing that much marijuana. Okay? How far from Chicago? I'm not
I think it was like 30 miles.
I don't know. Well, you ain't exactly buying up 400 fucking whatever, 423 pounds of weed and trying to make a profit off of it. I mean, last time I checked, they don't have a Costco for fucking weed purchases.
No, they don't.
Like, you can't go to a dealer and go, yeah, I realize 1 ounce is going to cost me that. But if I buy 425 pounds, can we get the price knocked down per pound? This ain't wholesale. Unless the black market's gotten so damn bad that they moved into wholesale marketing. Then maybe we could get that AR-15 for $130. We just have to buy 1,000 of them.
Maybe.
Who knows?
Alright, so moving on to that, because, it's kind of like, whatever.
The guy got caught with a shit ton of weed.
Shit ton of fucking weed.
Now he doesn't have the weed anymore. DA has it, and they're all smoking that shit like crazy.
So Sherry brought up the whole Wu-Tang vodka.
I'm not interested in it. Why? We can't get it in the United States. So
no, it's strictly in Australia.
Same thing with their other shit. It's only available in Australia, so why are we even covering that? It doesn't affect us.
I don't know.
Wu-Tang Clan, they came out with a vodka. Guess what? Unless you go to Australia, you're not going to get to try it.
Ain't something to mess with, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, so moving on. Apparently, we
were really jazzed about it at first, don't get me wrong.
We're like, holy shit, that's awesome.
But then as soon as they said, only available in Australia, we're like, fuck. That's why. So, moving on up.
Alright, so in South Carolina, there's a 14-year-old girl who has been named the prom queen of her school. Now, the reason why that happened, even though she's 14, is because she actually suffers from stage 4, rhabdomyosarcoma.
Which is?
So, rhabdomyosarcoma is actually a cancer that takes place in the soft tissues of your body, like your muscles and everything. So it's kind of like muscle cancer.
Yes.
And it really fucking sucks.
So basically it's a muscular form of leukemia.
Yes.
Okay.
So she's been battling this since, I think it said last September. So she's been battling it for over a year and everything like that.
Yeah.
And come to find out that she has gone metastatic and it has traveled to her brain. So now she only has about 3 months to live, so she went ahead and stopped treatment. And, it's just going to go ahead and live out the rest of what she has.
Basically take painkillers and, try to live what little bit of life she has left.
Exactly. So what the school did is they went ahead and made her prom queen so she can go ahead and have that memory before she passes. And, that's something that really hit me pretty hard, because at one point not too long ago, I was on the verge of just giving up.
I wouldn't let him.
No, he wouldn't. And
I'm a very annoying bastard when I don't want you to do something. I'm just letting you know now.
Yeah, but I was at that point, and I was getting worse and getting worse, because I had it stage 3. Technically, I'm still stage 3, but I am getting better. So, not too bad.
Hey!
But, it's
in there now.
It's just one of those things where, it's sad, but this is a community that came together to go ahead and take care of something.
Yeah, and you know what? And I'm really sorry that the girl is going to pass away, but I thought it was really cool that the school decided to go ahead and make her the prom queen and at least give her that opportunity because she's not going to live long enough to, she's not going to live long enough to live to her senior year.
And the way that they did it was actually really awesome because initially she wasn't going to go. But the school itself actually called the parents and said, hey, we want you, the family, and we want, what's her name, to go ahead and come down, to the prom itself because we want to go ahead and do something for you guys.
Pretty much, Kilmo, that's me.
Yeah. And she was escorted by her older brother, who was her date, to the prom. And that's when they went ahead and gave her prom queen. And I thought that was really nice. I think that was really good sentiment.
And if the world was filled, with people who had compassion like this, we wouldn't see the bullshit we see on TV every day. We wouldn't see all the hatred everywhere. The place would be a lot better.
Exactly. I mean, we'd have more people like Janine in this fucking world. I
mean, seriously, this place would be a whole hell of a lot better off, if people had compassion like they did. And I feel, you know what, my thoughts and my prayers go out to their families. I can't even begin to imagine what it's like. And, so there you go. So, when is the house tour? We're going to work on that probably tomorrow.
We're going to still have quite a bit to unload.
We're going to do we'll do a live feed of going through the house. It'll be on Facebook.
It's Facebook, not mine, because I don't have Facebook.
We're going to do a live tour of the house, and you get to see where the dead people were found.
Yes.
And also you get to see the lovely exterior, non-exterior window with blinds and a storm window that's in the hall. Okay. All right. So, let's move on.
So a foreign
That is what we call horny women from other countries. Forny.
So a foreign Chinese exchange college student, ended up getting deported for a visa violation.
Yes. Well, there's definitely more to this story.
Guess where this happened?
Where?
Fucking Florida.
In Florida.
So apparently, yes.
Yes. It's a real thing. We'll explain in the live tour when we do it.
Yeah. So apparently this Chinese foreign exchange student, for this college in Florida, in southern Florida, went ahead and when he came to the States, everything was cool, yada, yada, yada. Well, that's when his roommate...
Florida woman.
That's when his roommate and a couple other people started noticing a difference in this guy.
He became very antisocial, closed himself off from everybody, didn't come out of his room.
Didn't talk to anybody. The only time he came out of his room was to do laundry or to go ahead and get food. Got to the point where he went ahead and bought 2 rifles. One of them was an AR-15 style, which one of them was a Remington. So he bought an LWSG 300 series.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. And then also...
Which is not an assault, or we're not a...
AR.
It's not an AR style weapon at all. I mean, I hate the fact that we're calling it AR style weapons now.
That's what the fucking media
According to the media, the first firearm we're discussing would not be on their assault weapon radar.
Yeah. And the other one was a Remington 300.
That was the first
one.
one.
No. It was a Remington 308.
Okay, so neither one of them were ARs.
Yeah, none of them were ARs.
Which he could have bought if he got a hold of an AR as a Chinese foreign exchange student.
Well, technically, he's not allowed to buy any weapon as a foreign exchange student.
Yeah, you're not supposed to, but I mean, it's, how did he get the guns?
Don't know. But
he found the guy.
So what he did was he went ahead and bought these 2.
He knew a guy that knew a guy that knew a guy. Is basically how this worked.
Yeah.
And they all spoke Chinese.
So he went ahead and bought these weapons, bleached his hair blonde, gave himself frosted tips and everything like that.
So basically he wanted to look like Guy Fieri.
Guy Fieri, yeah.
Fieri.
Yeah. Fieri. Then went ahead and bought a $70,000 Corvette with cash.
What kind of exchange student was... Okay, he's a foreign exchange student from China that just bought a Corvette with $70,000.
In cash.
How the fuck did he manage that as a foreign exchange student that decided his ass was going to be reclusive and hate the world?
It's just one of those things where he was okay when he first got there and rolled into college.
Well, where the fuck did he get $70,000 from?
Well, probably from his family. They're probably wealthy as fucking fuck.
Then why are they sending him over as an exchange student? They just give him diplomatic status. He can stay here for as long as he wants. Nobody can touch him.
He came an overseas student. So, it happens.
You got money in China and you send a kid over here. You send them down you list them as a diplomat. So evidently, I think this kid got that money from somewhere else.
Most likely.
I think we're gonna find out more about this kid. I'm pretty sure, like Fond du Toe over here, he's the fucking Asian terrorist.
Well, he's currently in holding, but he
I get you on that one. Elective classes.
Well, he was going to school, but he was taking courses that were non. What was it? Fuck. It was, no.
He was doing porn online. He was running another fake taxi.
No. It was fucking courses that did not correlate to any degree. It was non-degree courses.
So?
He was taking non-degree courses.
So?
Yeah.
He could show up as a foreign exchange student and take basket weaving. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
I think he was involved with our guy in Illinois with the 425 pounds of marijuana.
Most likely.
That's where he got his 70 grand from.
So, campus police went ahead and got involved. And they're like, well, this is pretty weird, but there really isn't much that we can do about it. But let's go ahead and get State PD involved.
Well, State PD can't do shit.
Yes,
it's a foreign exchange student, so unfortunately, local cops can't do fuck. It's got to be federal.
Yeah, so after that, they're like, well, everything checks out because he bought the car with cash, so that's
what
legal.
you do about it?
But they didn't know anything about the guns. So the roommate and a couple other friends went ahead and called ATF. And ATF goes, well, shit, this is wrong.
Your ass is going home. Congratulations.
So they went ahead and got a hold of the consulate in Houston. Because apparently the Chinese consulate in Houston oversees fucking Chinese citizens in Florida. They are in charge of that shit.
Don't they have consulate in Florida?
Apparently the one in Houston oversees that area.
Evidently the one in Florida oversees the one in New York, and the ones in New York oversee the ones in Chicago, and the ones in Chicago oversee the people in fucking Denmark. I don't know.
Crazy, all fucked up fucking Chinese motherfuckers.
They got consulates in almost every single state.
Yeah, just about. So, right now the dude's in holding, but he went ahead.
Except West Virginia.
So, because of visa violations, he's going to be deported back to China, and he won't be able to return to the U.S. for 10 years.
When is the media gonna go nuts and say this guy can't be deported because of dreamers?
Yeah, well, no, fuck that.
What?
No, we're good.
Oh, no, I'm not. I ran out.
He's good.
Thank you.
Oh.
There's another one.
Oh, yeah.
You're almost out anyway.
I guess.
So, so when we're going to hear about the Chinese guy getting deported and it's a dreamer and they should be protected? That's what I want to know.
But they're not Mexican.
Kilmo wants the locations, don't have it. Houston, why not DC? We don't fucking make the rules. We're talking about the U.S. fucking government here.
When has the U.S. government ever made sense?
It doesn't. It really fucking doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
Alright, so anyway, so he's going back to China and can't come back for 10 years. Bastard will be here in another 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Pretty much guaranteed. So, where are we at now?
We're going to go ahead and go up here.
Oh, we get to cross out that one. So go ahead and X out that line so I don't keep reading that line because it's like way the fuck off in the distance.
Bloom.
There we go. So, oh yes, folks. You guys like that whole idea of self-driving cars, right? You like that whole, drive it. I don't have to drive. By the way, 2 states have already passed legislation that states if you are even behind the wheel of a self-driving car and your ass is intoxicated, guess what? It's still a DUI.
Yes, we are talking about Teslas.
Yes, we are. He's already following along.
So apparently there was a fatal Tesla Model X crash that occurred in Mountain View, California, and the autopilot was engaged. Now, here's the weird thing about this. So now, even Tesla has said that even though autopilot is engaged, it does not mean that it is a completely self-automated. It's not autonomous by any means whatsoever.
Yeah, and the thing is understand something. Yes, you can. It's technically with these vehicles, you can be behind the wheel of the car, but you don't have to drive it. Sitting there, okay. You do have to be aware of your surroundings. You have to be aware that these cars give off warning signals if something is going awry.
Yes.
And you need to take control of the car. Yes, if it worked perfectly every single time you got out on the road, you could literally pull a Will Smith from what, iRobot, and sit there and fucking read while the car's driving you down the road. However, we do not live in a perfect society. We do not live in a perfect system.
And we have not reached singularity, so we cannot.
Okay, so unfortunately, when you get behind the wheel, this is now not the time to be able to read a newspaper. You have to be sitting there, and you have to pay attention to what the fuck is going on, just like if you were driving the car, because something could go right, the fucking autopilot could just shut itself off. You'd be like, all of a sudden you're going down to 101, which is where this happened.
Happened right off 101.
Driving down the road, you're like, no, I'm good. I sit back here, let me take a nap, because this shit usually takes forever on the 101. And then next thing you know, boom. Means you weren't paying fucking attention. And that's what happened here.
So apparently Tesla went ahead and pulled, all the data off the vehicle and everything like that. Come to find out 6 miles prior to the accident happening, several visual alarms went off. On top of that, one audio alarm went off.
Yes, it lets you know there's a fucking problem and you need to take the wheel. It also knows that you haven't taken the wheel yet.
But the driver refused to go ahead and adhere to the alarm.
No, this is called a person that had more money than brains, bought this car, and had no business being behind the wheel.
Yeah. So, eventually,
it's like morons that buy the $2 million Lamborghinis that have no idea how to drive them.
Yeah. So, eventually what ended up happening is that the car malfunctioned, apparently, or something like that, and it crashed into the median on the 101.
And he died.
He died.
So, hey, Darwinism. It happened. This guy's gone. He really didn't need to be behind the wheel of one of these things.
And it even says in the owner's manual on the fucking Tesla, it says when you engage the autopilot, does not mean that it's fully autonomous. You need to pay attention and be aware of your surroundings, so in case something happens and it gives you a cue, you need to go ahead and grab the steering wheel.
And you know what? It's not fully... because Skynet has not been a thing.
Oh, God.
Okay, so, So, no, machines aren't operating on their own yet. Just saying. Yet. Probably get more people to pay attention and start playing Carrie Underwood, Jesus Take the Wheel. Oh, shit, I better shut the damn song off. Right? If you're riding down the road in an autonomous, in a self-driving car, and the bitch suddenly goes, Jesus, take the wheel. Like, nope, no, we're not. I got this now. We're good.
I mean, unless, of course, your name is Jesus. And then...
Yeah, if it says Jesus take the wheel, then Jesus like, okay, I take the wheel. What do I need to do with the wheel? I've got the wheel. Where are we going?
Okay, I got to Guadalajara now. I got to Oaxaca.
I take the wheel, we go. I tried to take wheel. Wheel is not coming off. But, yeah, so anyway, folks, if you get into one of these things, understand you still have to pay attention like you're fucking driving the car.
Yes.
Because at any moment, you might have to be driving the fucking car.
Absolutely.
Alright, so now moving on from that, that's a guy dead that had more money than brains.
Yeah. So now getting to one of our favorite portions of the fucking show, we go over ridiculous fucking news. And I fucking love this fucking segment.
54-year-old woman has been arrested after grabbing the Easter Bunny in his not public Easter eggs.
While drunk.
While intoxicated.
In front of kids.
No shit. This is obviously one of those ones that mom took the kids to the mall.
It was actually the carousel park.
Or to the park. Anyway, drunk to go see the Easter Bunny. Usually these stories are mom gets drunk, takes kids to the mall to see Santa Claus, then tries to give Santa Claus a blowjob. This time, nope, she decided to fondle the Easter Bunny's eggs.
Yes. That's exactly what happened. Okay. So apparently the officers for this area received a very unusual report.
Yeah, it's not like you get that one. It's not like you get that one in the station every day.
So sure enough, and apparently this woman, because you actually see the video, and this lady's all up on the Easter Bunny trying to take his helmet off, like literally reaching down, fucking doing aerial splits, fucking reaching down, grabbing the dude's fucking dick.
And I'm willing to bet the guy's like, man, this shit never happens when I play any other mascot, but why does it have to happen in front of the kids? Because damn well he'd have been all up in that if there was no kids there. Dude, have you ever seen the people that usually play those characters for malls and shit?
Yeah, there's that.
Okay, they ain't getting any action normally. They got a little zipper right there. Like, here, let me show you my carrot.
Oh, so like me.
Shut up. So anyway, so folks, let me tell you something. When you're taking your kids to go see one of those holiday mascots, as they like to call them, you know, like Santa Claus or the Easter Bunny, don't get fucking liquored up before you go.
No.
Because you do stupid shit when you're liquored up. And what's our motto of the show? Don't do stupid shit.
Also, beat your kids, save a life.
Okay, so
it's a new one.
All right. So anyway, so that lady, she's going to jail.
No, she's already arrested.
And
like,
she's
fuck that.
And she very well should, you know, and you know, this no. That's also, I think you could probably tag indecency in front of minors.
Yes.
You know, because she did this with children present
and solicitation.
Yeah. So there you go.
Yeah.
So anyway,
couple uses a live gator for a gender reveal party.
You explain the story.
All right, so this couple, and apparently, you know, this dude and his family, you know, all the males in his family have all been gator wranglers. Yeah. In fact, the gator that they went ahead and used for this, her name is Mary.
Mary the Gator.
Yeah. So Mary the Gator, apparently she is actually the show gator for this farm. You know, has been seen in commercials. Has also been on, what is it? Fucking, American Horror Story Asylum. That gator.
Oh!
Yeah, that gator. So, the gator is 61 years old, was hatched by the grandfather of this dude back in 57. So, they went ahead and like, you know what, hey, what would be a really cool way to reveal what the gender of our baby is? So he goes, well, get the gators involved, because family revolves around gators, and gators like fruit. So you see this dude, he goes, all right, you guys ready? So he's, you know, messing with the gator, getting the gator's mouth open and shit like that, reaching up, grabs a watermelon, throws it into the gator's mouth, and the gator's mouth just clamps shut, and you just see blue jello.
I think you just blew half the people's speakers on their computer.
I'm totally okay with this.
Okay.
So blue jello comes out of the watermelon to show that it's a boy. And everybody's all like, oh my god, yay, it's a boy, it's a boy. Hercules, Hercules.
Love that Eddie Murphy movie, though.
Yeah, so I thought that was a pretty cool way to go ahead and reveal a party, or reveal the gender of a baby, while being fucking dangerous as shit.
However, several animal rights activists will be protesting this group now for making the gator eat a tainted watermelon in front of everybody. Just so you know. It's a fun idea, but now you're going to get protested.
Yeah.
Just saying. Alright, so there we go. So here's one that I'm pretty sure my unit is surprised I didn't do. Because I did some shit with some military equipment, okay? And I'm surprised, my unit was probably amazed I did not manage this shit the whole time I was stationed at Fort Hood. Man runs his APC into store trying to steal one bottle of wine in Russia. One bottle of wine. Fuck that. If I run an APC into a liquor store, I'm taking as much shit as I can. Because once I close that hatch and seal it on the inside, best of fucking luck unless you got a Sabo round.
Yes.
Just saying.
And Anthony, we did say that lady was 54 years old.
In fact, that was the very first line of the story.
That was the very first words out of my mouth. 54-year-old woman, or I said to grab.
No, I'm the one.
He said it.
I said 54-year-old woman arrested after grabbing the Easter Bunny's eggs.
Yeah, and I'm the one that typed it up.
There you go.
So there we go. So we knew that it was 54 years old.
Would be clear that the lady was. Oh yeah.
You watch the video, right? Right? It's just fucking disgusting.
But I'm serious. My unit was probably amazed that I didn't go try to knock over the commissary with the goddamn APC.
No, not the commissary, the Class 6.
Or the Class 6. No. I never went over to the Class 6. I went to Shopettes, or I went to the big one. I went to the PX. I never went to the Class 6.
Well, Class 6.
Every time I ever went into the Class 6 at Fort Hood to get anything, I walked in and I'm like, I really don't feel like I want to be here right now. The one at Fort Hood sucked. You got more shit at the Shopettes or the PX than you did at the Class 6. The Class 6 was like the size of this fucking office. Yeah. And it was dingy.
It was.
My motor pool looked better than that place, and that's a disaster. Oh, Class 6 off Clear Creek?
No, that one wasn't open when he was at Fort Hood.
No, the only Class 6 we had was... No, we had two of them. We had one on the 1st Cav side and one on the 4th Infantry Division side. And the 4th Infantry side one, it just looked horrible.
Yeah.
It looked absolutely horrible. It was a fucking closet, and it was right next to the uniform shop that they had.
Oh yeah.
You know, because you had 3 corsets here, then the uniform shop and all that shit. Because the central processing where you first come on the base was right there. That was also the 4th Infantry Division Class 6. Yeah, the 4th ID side shut down. No shit, probably for health reasons. I bet everybody went in there and got sick. That place was nasty. I walk in there as an NCO. I'm like, God damn it, son. Can you not get in here and clean this shit up? Problem was, every time I go in there, it was a civilian, and you look at him, start yelling at him, and look at you like, go fuck yourself, buddy. You know.
That's usually what I said.
But yeah, no, that Class 6 was horrible. I went in there one time to get a pack of cigarettes because I was there when I ran out, and I was like, oh, I'm not going to go down. Nope, fuck that. I left, and I drove down the road to the shopette and got my smokes. So anyway, so yeah, my unit was probably surprised I never tried that. But I mean, you know, fucking Russia, shit's rough.
Yeah.
Shit's rough. You can get a hold of an APC, and by all means, knock off a fucking liquor store. Seriously. And when I mean knock off the liquor store, I mean like quite literally knock the liquor store the fuck down.
Not just, you know, knock down the front and then just take one bottle of fucking wine.
No, just to fucking knock all the shit down and then climb out the little hatch, grab a bunch of shit, get back in the hatch, shut the hatch before they start shooting you.
Do you know what would make it worse? If he went in and stole a single bottle of Boone's Farm.
They don't sell Boone's Farm in Russia.
You never know. Russian collusion.
I can't confirm nor deny whether or not they sell Boone's Farm in Russia. May I just say that I do not believe at this time Boone's Farm is on the list of casual dining wines in fucking Russia.
I'll
just
buy the fucking
saying.
house of Boone's Farm, just fucking saying. Fucking Strawberry Hill, thank you very much.
I'm just saying I do not believe Boone's Farm is on the list of Russian wines.
Alright, so moving on.
Right?
Apparently a Romanian man claims he isn't dead, but the court says otherwise.
This guy is telling us that he is not dead. Kind of want to take his word for it. Except the court says, nah, bitch, you're dead.
So apparently this guy went ahead, he went to Pakistan. His wife didn't hear from him, went ahead and declared him dead.
It's because he was fucking a Pakistani woman.
So after 5 years, he came back.
He came home.
And then found out...
Lucy, I'm home.
And then found out that they're like, oh, we thought you were dead. And he goes, well, who the fuck said that? Here comes the wife. Oh, well, I have the death certificate that says so. Goes over to the fucking court, and he goes, hey, I want to get this shit overturned. They're like, but you're dead.
But the court's like, nah, bitch, you're dead.
And he goes, but I'm right here. What the fuck? And they're like, no, paper says you're dead. We're not overturning it, so you're dead.
I'm alive, Your Honor. I object. You're dead. You can't object.
You have no power here.
That really, that makes me have a lot of faith in Romanian court systems. But Your Honor, I wasn't you know what, though? You know what? Don't let him overturn it. Do not let him fucking overturn it. Go kill somebody. Go rob a store. Rob a fucking bank. Do all this shit. Because when they drag your ass into court, say, well, he did. Your Honor, there's no way in the world I could have done this shit. Well, why is that? I'm dead. You said I'm dead. How's a dead guy doing this shit? Just saying. That's exactly what I would do with it. I would go do some shit, and then they were like, well, you're going to jail. I can't. I'm dead.
He would.
And they go, and I would go to court, and the judge would look at me and go, how do you plead? Not guilty. Why? Dead guy can't do this shit, Your Honor. Well, but you did it. But you said I'm dead. So there's no way I did it. So in order for you to say I did it, you're going to have to make me alive. Well, in order to do that means I was alive after the fact, not during or before the fact. So guess what? You still can't prosecute me. You know, so there you go. You already have a built-in defense. Thanks to the dumbasses at the court. You know, sad reality is you can't sue your ex-wife who collected your life insurance policy because, well, you're dead. So, stop yawning.
Sorry. I ate too much potatoes.
Dude, I'm telling you, we ate a lot of fucking food. Our asses are fucking tired.
I made 5 pounds of fucking mashed potatoes and it's almost all gone.
Right. So, folks, you know how we love to play that trick on our friends where we get the rubber snake and put it somewhere and watch them freak the fuck out? Well,
they took it to the extreme in London.
Deadly scorpion sighting in England streets turns out to be child's toy. They called out all kinds of people, cordoned off the area, and it turns out this was just a rubber scorpion. It was not real.
It was bright red.
Bright red. They thought it was a very deadly scorpion, and it turned out to be that it wasn't. However, we've learned from dealing with England that they take things to an extreme.
Yes.
Like the beheading of the plastic goose. Okay, we realize that these motherfuckers take inanimate fake objects. They take them very seriously. So I want one of y'all, if you go to England next time, to take a plastic giraffe and do some shenanigans with the giraffe to find out if they go all points bulletin and deploy every cop they have.
Or better yet, get that bear fucking costume.
Or just get a fake goose that looks real and go around whacking people with it. And see if that gets you thrown into jail. Okay? So there you go. So be careful when you're in England. That may look like a deadly creature. Pretty sure it's fake.
Unless you're in Australia.
Then where that shit, even the fake shit, will kill you.
Yes. Because it's fucking Australia.
Everything in Australia can kill you.
Even Wu-Tang vodka.
Even the rocks. The rocks will bite you. They're poisonous.
Yes.
I figured out England. I figured England. I stepped away for a moment. There you go. All right. So anyway.
So, in our next story, this comes back home to Colorado.
Colorado.
Apparently, a home in Colorado was ransacked after an estate sale mix-up.
That's right. Next door neighbors had passed away. Well, the family deciding evidently they didn't want to do shit with it, they had an estate sale, which these happen very often. In fact, you can usually find some really cool shit at estate sales. Sometimes. My dad found a cannon, okay, from the Civil War. Okay, go figure. So anyway, so the next door's neighbor's house was unlocked. She went away out of town for a couple of days and left her front door unlocked. Well, some people at the estate sale wandered over to the house, mistakenly walked right in the door and thought, shit, they're having an estate sale here, but they're just slashing prices to the point of giving it away. And then so they ransacked this lady's house.
So she literally came home after her little trip out of town to find a bunch of people walking out of her house with arms full of stuff.
Like, where are you taking my shit? That is my shit. Put my shit back. They thought it was an estate sale. Now, did they say that what happened after that? Did the people put the shit back? Did they what?
No, they
She just lost her shit.
She lost her shit.
Which is, you lock your fucking doors when you leave.
Yes.
Well, first of all, why are you leaving town and leaving your house unsecured?
Colorado. I guess she smoked too much of the reefer.
Yeah, y'all need to knock off that shit. Calm it down a little bit. Now you're walking away from your houses when there's an estate sale going on.
Oh yeah, what about the family that foreclosed the Bank of America branch? That happened years ago, dude.
They foreclosed a Bank of America branch?
Yes.
How did they manage that?
So apparently what happened was, this is when the whole Bank of America scheme was going on, where they were foreclosing homes even though they weren't foreclosed.
Oh, this had to be during the whole balloon mortgage shit.
Yeah. So they went ahead, one suit against Bank of America, and Bank of America owed them money. Well, apparently Bank of America did not pay them in the time allotted, so they went ahead and foreclosed on the bank and got the sheriffs involved. So they
evicted them.
So they started taking shit out of the fucking bank until they paid them their money.
Well, there you go. The video resurfaced, so I didn't know it was that old. No,
that was old.
I remember hearing about something like that, and that was a while ago.
That was a long time
ago.
Like early 2000s.
All right, so
moving on.
Uber driver. Now I heard this story the other day on Fox News
hilarious.
on XM. Uber driver evidently follows his GPS to the absolute detail. He ends up following its turn directions and drove it down a stairwell. Okay, well, ladies and gentlemen, let's just first of all let's put together some common sense. When you're in a parking garage, your GPS does not know you're in a parking garage.
Nope.
It thinks you're right next to the street, no matter how many times you do a loop.
Yep.
And so at some point it's going to tell you, turn left now.
Yep.
Turn left now.
Nope.
About every lap, you're going to hear, turn left now, until you get to the bottom. Okay? But if you are not at the bottom and you turn left, you are going to get met with some disastrous consequences. And what gets me is this moron didn't think to look, going, well, turn left. Oh, sure, yeah, let's take the shortcut.
So I drove down fucking stairs, got his car stuck.
Is there any way to give an Uber driver negative stars?
I don't know. But he already had 2 passengers in the car, and he was following the directions to pick up a third.
Yes, according to the Uber app was telling him which way to go, and it told him to turn left down the fucking stairwell. You heard us right.
So
Here was the other bad part is when they tried to, I heard more about this, when they tried to get the car out, they broke all kinds of shit trying to get the car out. They broke the first cable trying to tow it out,
Shit.
which caused the car to fall further down the stairs. And then they busted out the rear end of the car or something like that, trying to get it out. It ended up being a complete mess. I'm pretty sure at some point somebody went in with a cutting torch and said, "Here, look, we can solve this problem.
Probably.
We'll just cut it into pieces and then we'll take it down the stairs the rest of the way." So his car maybe have made it that far. I don't know. But yeah, so there you go. So if you're in an Uber car, sorry, I have to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning every morning to go to work. So I'm at past where I normally go to bed now.
Yes.
But if you're in the Uber and the Uber guy decides he's going to Uber himself down the stairwell, stop or get the fuck out of the car in a hurry. Like, you may have to play a tuck and roll fucking scenario. But get the fuck out, because if he's going down... Because bitches drive off of fucking parking garages into the street in Austin.
Yes.
It happened twice while I was working there. Okay? So if you see these idiots going, hey, it says turn left now. No, we're on the 16th floor, man. Do not turn left. Keep turning right. It will take us to where we need to go. It says turn left. Stop the car. I'm getting the fuck out.
Tug and roll.
I will meet you at the bottom. Only you'll get there faster than me because you're going to fly to the bottom. I was in an Uber who only spoke Chinese even though his posts said he was English speaking. Sorry, I got in one and I had to give the guy directions on how to get to where we were going.
Nice.
He's like, well, it says, dude, trust me, your fucking Uber is wrong. It's over here on this side of the highway, not that side of the highway.
Yeah.
So there you go. So, because I know every time you get in an Uber, they always tell you when you get out, hey, can you please give me a 5-star rating on this, on how you were and everything else. Is there any way you can give them negative stars?
No.
Because I'm pretty sure this guy was not going to fucking get a positive review.
No, he was not. Not at all. So, moving on.
According to Sherry, yes, you can give them a negative stars.
Oh, cool.
There you go.
I've never taken an Uber.
So if I were getting an Uber and a guy pisses me off for any reason whatsoever, that bitch is getting negative 1,000.
But you never need an Uber because you got me.
And a huge ass box truck.
And a huge ass box truck.
There you go.
So moving on to our next story, which has to do with public transportation.
Welcome back to this side of the country again.
So apparently a Detroit man got kicked off the bus due to a service animal. Now you're probably wondering what happened. Well, service animals are allowed to go anywhere, yada, yada, yada. Well, some people take it to the fucking extreme.
Okay, yeah, go ahead, because I got a piece to say about this.
Yeah, so apparently this dude gets kicked off of a bus in Detroit because a service animal is a fucking goat.
People, okay, I get it. Oh, well, this animal helps me cope. Okay, we're getting ridiculous with this. We had the whole hamster incident that got flushed down the toilet. Gerbil. Okay, because the flight company's like, no, you can't bring this on there. Okay? You've got birds. I mean, I get it if it brings you some comfort, but at some point in life, some of us have got to just grow the fuck up and understand life is difficult. It's supposed to be hard for a reason. And just some of the shit people are passing on. I've seen service animal chickens. Fucking chickens as service animals. Like, I get it. Like, you have a legitimate service animal.
Yes.
Okay, you have a legitimate service animal. But some of this shit is just bullshit. Some of this shit is people pulling the numbers because you can't technically question them or prevent them from saying it's a service animal.
No.
Okay? But some of this is getting bullshit. We need to get over ourselves. We need to be able to question whether or not this is a legitimate service animal. We need to be able to sit there and go, okay, you know what? Now you need to have documents for service animals. You're going to have a fucking service gerbil? Fine. Get that bitch certified. And I'm not talking about a little website where go, my little gerbil is my service animal. Okay, let's print out a little thing. No, I want you to go to a fucking psychiatrist or a psychologist or anybody that's a physician that can actually say that, yes, you need a service animal and sign off on it and give you a document and a little card that says this is a service animal. Because I'm getting sick and tired. I went to a restaurant once and this lady said her chihuahua was a service animal. She was feeding the chihuahua from the table. The chihuahua got down they put the chihuahua down on the floor and the chihuahua took a piss right next to the table next to me. That's not a fucking service animal. Service animals don't do that. Service animals are trained not to do that. But grabbing your household fucking pets and saying that they're all service animals now, that's a bit fucking ridiculous. And I think we've gotten to the point where we need to get actual official certification forms for service animals. Okay, I get some of y'all need them. But some of y'all don't, and you're pulling bullshit in order to now take your pet anywhere you want to fucking go. Yes.
Oh, I was saying I'm one of those.
No, you got, your dog is a legitimate service animal. Okay?
People are stupid. Quit doing stupid shit.
You know, they do have official certification forms for them, require training. Really? Because guess what? Just to see if we could do it. Just to see if we could do it. We certified my fucking cat. Didn't have to take her anywhere.
No, it wasn't your cat. It was Bella.
No, oh no, my Chihuahua. We got my Chihuahua certified as. We didn't have to take the dog anywhere. We didn't have to prove anything. We just had to sign up. And then poof, I have a service animal. Now am I going to take the dog everywhere I fucking go? No, why? Because I like being an asshole to people. They do. No, I get you that you're being dead serious. They do have official, but they also have official certifications that don't require shit.
Mm-hmm.
No, we need an actual this is one of the few times you're going to hear me actually support more government. Okay? One of the very few times you're going to see me support more government. We need legislation that says, no, you can't register your fucking gerbil as a take anywhere you can fucking go service animal without being able to prove that it's a service animal for you, provides a service. 2, a physician is willing to sign off that it is a service animal. And 3, your gerbil has received training on how to be a service animal.
I would totally get a ferret as a service animal, just saying.
Yes, well, it could help if you're a kleptomaniac because they'll steal the shit instead of you. Okay, but still, hopefully not up your butt. Okay, but seriously though, these things need to be done. We're to that point now where people have taken such a fucking goat on a bus. On a public bus, we took a goat. It's my service animal. Really?
And it wasn't just one of those tiny ass, like little fucking. No, this.
It wasn't a little goat.
It was a fucking ram.
It was one of them goats that, like, you're sitting there, you're reading the paper, you get halfway through your article, move to the next line to read your article, and the article is suddenly missing, and it has teeth marks. And Ben, I'm not quite Killmill. I'm not saying that you're not being serious on that whole issue. Yes, there are official channels to get everything done officially, and people who are doing this who have legitimate service animals are doing those very things. The ones who go to Walmart are the ones that go to Amazon and buy this $8 to $15 fucking service animal vest. They're not. A lot of those people are not doing that legitimately. They're doing that so they can have an excuse to take their little fucking pet with them into restaurants and into malls and shit. It's like morons that get open carry permits just so they can walk around with a gun on their hip to look like they're a badass. You don't do that.
No, not
okay.
anymore.
All right. Those people have no business doing that. All right. And that's where I'm at on this. I think the service animal craze, y'all have taken advantage of it. Now, legitimate people, now I even look at it and go, is that a legitimate service animal? I don't fucking care if you get offended. You know what? In fact, the next time I'm in a restaurant and somebody has a service animal, because I'm not employed by the restaurant, I'll go ahead and ask, is that a legitimate one, or did you fill out some form on a website and suddenly it's certified? And they go, well, you can't ask. Bullshit. Yes, I can. I'm not an employee.
Mm-hmm.
Employees of an establishment are not allowed to ask according to the rules. However, doesn't say a patron can't ask.
And I will say, I did go into Walmart one time. Oh, the first time I took Rocket in, of course, the Walmart greeter, he looked at me, he looked at the dog, and he goes, what's up with this? And I was like, oh, well, he's my service animal. And he goes, I don't know, he's not wearing a vest or anything. I was like, don't worry, I got you, buddy. So I went ahead and pulled out Rocket's ID card and everything on the show, so he's a support animal. He goes, all right, cool, I got you. All right, cool, awesome. So now, apparently, the entire store knows my dog. They all know him as a beautiful lab mix who is very well behaved.
Yes.
And who likes to play dead in the middle of the fucking aisle while I'm looking at shit.
There you go. So there it is. Second report of tonight's possible blue moon, second full moon in the same month. Blue moon. That's all there's. Never mind. So let's move on. Florida woman. Look, we're back in Florida again.
Back in Florida.
Florida woman arrested after beating her husband for forgetting their anniversary. This is not a new story. I have been assaulted by a significant other for missing an anniversary.
So apparently this guy went ahead and actually recorded on his cell phone his wife beating the living shit out of him after he admitted that he forgot it was their anniversary.
Oops, my bad. This is another one of those oops, my bad can work, but not in beheading people.
No.
Okay.
So he went ahead and turned over the cell phone with the video evidence of her beating the shit out of him. She got, battery misdemeanor.
I'm willing to bet all the cops were like, we really hate having to charge you for this shit because you know what? You should have kicked his ass for forgetting. Okay, folks, we live in a modern era where every fucking thing we own, you can put calendars and reminders on it. There is no fucking reason to forget an anniversary unless you really hate the bitch. Okay? No. So,
no. I'm not going there.
So anyway, there's no fucking reason for this shit anymore. You should get your ass whooped. I got reminders all over my phone for all kinds of shit. I got people's fucking birthdays that pop on my phone I didn't even remember I was friends with. Yeah, I know my vein appeared. But it's just fucking stupid. I forgot the anniversary. Well, you're a dumbass that can't operate technology. Or obviously you don't have a fucking calendar in your office.
I'm dead, Sanka. I'm dead.
You people piss me the fuck off. Some of these people piss me the fuck off. I wish she'd whooped your ass. I wish she would have grabbed one motherfucker and beat you with another motherfucker.
This is why I don't have anniversaries.
God. Welcome to the new world. Write the shit on the wall. Damn. How do you forget a fucking anniversary?
Don't have anniversaries. That's how you never forget
I
them.
don't know when my anniversary is. Buckle.
You know this rant about saving anniversaries.
You
you fucking hypocrite.
Shit's in my phone. It is. It'll pop up. It'll tell me a week in advance. Okay, dumbass, order flowers. Anniversary's coming. You probably fucked up.
Alright, so moving on to the next one. Apparently, ex-MLB pitcher Greg Reynolds of the Cincinnati Reds awarded millions by court after punching a naked man high on LSD attempting to break into his home.
Okay, so what we actually have, if we get down to the real story of this, is there was a fun party at a Major League Baseball player's house, which got out of hand and he beat the fuck out of somebody. Well, this guy ended up having to be naked on LSD. No, I'm kidding. That's not really it. I made that shit up. Except the story of the fact that he just read to you is real. What I don't understand is why are they giving him millions of dollars for punching this guy in the face?
Well, the reason why they're giving him millions of dollars is because after punching the dude in the face who attempted to break into his house, so that was self-defense and protecting his home, it broke his hand.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. Kill Mill being the one day's next sword night, okay, guy breaks into his home and he punches the dude, breaks his hand, should state give Kill Mill millions of fucking dollars because now he can't go out on the field and fight?
Yeah. Well, the thing is, that's a little different because Amcard is a hobby. But being a pitcher in MLB...
Fuck that, it's a life.
It's a career, and you're actually getting paid millions of dollars for this.
Okay, so fine. I'm a truck driver. I make $80,000. I make $80,000 a year. Okay, dude tries to rob my truck. Goes in the back of my shit. I throw him the fuck out of the truck. I end up hurting myself. Is the state gonna pay me $80,000 a year until I can drive my truck again? No. So why is the state giving this guy million? Okay, so he's a fucking pitcher. Get it? Guess what? Baseball team has 8 more of the motherfuckers.
Yes.
I get it. You punched a guy in the face protecting your home. It's what you're supposed to fucking do.
Oh no, it's just the way that the fucking story was written. That's what the story said. That's what I'm fucking reporting.
So guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Next time, don't shoot a motherfucker goes in your house. Beat the shit out of him and get money from the state for it.
Yes.
Easy way to make money. Get your buddy to come over and say, hey, he's breaking into my house. Punch him in the face a few times, then get some money. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm seriously trying to focus, but my mind is elsewhere.
He's thinking of porn.
No, it's my Ichiro mask. It does it to everybody. This one right here. It does it to everybody.
Yeah.
It fucks people up.
The wrong cause.
So anyway, serial toilet cloggers on the loose again. That's
in
right.
Wisconsin.
In Wisconsin. The fucking cheeseheads are over there. They're getting the toilets clogged. Has nothing to do with scenery or porn. It's other things. I get you. Trust me, we've all been there.
Pegging.
So... we went there. Okay, so anyway, yeah, they have a off-camera discussion. Got it. It is not. Shut up. He's actually being kind of serious, bro.
Okay.
All right. So anyway, so serial toilet cloggers on the loose in Wisconsin, folks. If you're in the Wisconsin area and you need to go to a public restroom, please check
women's public
restrooms because this person is shoving a 20-ounce Coke bottle into the toilet to cause the toilet to back up.
And this has already cost thousands of dollars. This has happened not once, not twice, but over 24 times.
This guy has caused fucking havoc in Wisconsin. Why? Because nothing else happens in Wisconsin. Nothing else happens in Wisconsin. The Green Bay Packers fucking suck. So nothing is happening in Wisconsin. Okay? So the only thing happening is this. And everybody's in a tizzy about it. Because nothing is happening in fucking Wisconsin. Except for a guy with a 20-ounce fucking bottle fetish in women's toilets. Now stop and think about that for a second. This is the world we come to where guys getting his rocks off shoving 20-ounce Coke bottles into women's toilets. That's his kink. And the state of Wisconsin has gone fucking psycho over it. They are calling out every cop they got. They got detectives. They pulled guys off of retirement back in there. They called in guys that they got walkers with badges magnetized stuck to the front of them. They're going to find this guy. They're going to find this guy. I'll tell you right now. You know, they're going to find him. And when they find him, they're going to be serious.
Seriously serious.
And very serious. They're going to be so serious that it will be serious. Because we must bring this toilet clogger serial guy to an end. Let's just hope they don't fucking shoot him.
Seriously.
Alright.
Moving on.
Monkey! The Monkeys are at it again, and no, we're not talking about the old British rock band.
And we're not talking about that motherfucker in GP.
Nope, not the guy running around in leopard print bikinis.
An actual fucking simian.
A monkey.
A monkey. So this monkey is on the loose in Florida. So they cordoned off the area. You know, they're like, holy shit, monkeys flying this way.
CSI out there, helicopters,
yada.
the FBI, ATF was involved.
So they went ahead.
Not sure about the ATF.
Looked for the monkey, and where's the monkey hanging out at?
Strip club.
It's a fucking strip club.
He's in there checking out boobies.
The Diamond Master Strip Club in South Florida.
They evidently take all kinds of wildlife in there. All kinds. You go in there, you're sitting there looking at a set of titties, and next thing you know, you're sitting there and there's a monkey hanging out with you, and you're like, hey, monkey, hey, there you go, there you go. All right, let's look at some titties. All right.
I like the boobies.
There you go. So watch out, the wildlife, and we're back in Florida.
We need top 10 Florida.
No shit. I think at the end of this year, the top 10 fucked up Florida stories we've ran this year. When we go, if we ever decide to visit Florida while we're here,
you know we're going to.
We're going to have to go down there and just go like place to place, going. So where's all this fucked up shit happen? We keep reporting on in the news.
We gotta find
You're like,
this.
what do you mean? So we have a news show, and half of our fucked up news comes out of Florida.
Well, don't forget my ex is down there. We can go hang out with her.
I heard a lot of this happens near Tallahassee.
She's at Lauderdale.
That's a lot further south than Tallahassee.
Yeah, it's 11 and a half hours from here.
Yeah,
don't ask me why I know that.
Tallahassee is up in the Panhandle section.
Yeah,
it's up in the north.
Yeah. Well, we also need to go to Daytona.
I heard that the Tallahassee section is kind of like Alabama, only it's on the other side of the line.
We gotta check this out.
Right.
Alright, so, moving on.
Moving on. And you know, earlier we were talking about geese in England. However, this goose attacked soldiers at Fort Sill, Oklahoma. Now, I've been to Fort Sill, Oklahoma twice.
I've been in Fort Sill, Oklahoma as well.
Okay, the geese at Fort Sill, Oklahoma don't fuck around.
They don't.
But you gotta understand, you're talking about a bunch of birds that live around where they constantly blow shit up every day. After a while, nothing phases them.
They are sick and tired of your bullshit.
So it started attacking soldiers.
So apparently there's these two geese.
There was a tactical retreat from what I heard.
There's these two geese. Their names are Tom and Brenda. I believe it was Tom and Brenda. I know that the female goose is Brenda. I forgot the name of the boys. But we're going to go with Tom.
We're going with Tom or Dick or Harry.
Better than Sue.
Yes.
Alright, so what happened was there's these soldiers who are coming back. I believe that they were in, trade ox, so that means they were in basic.
Yes, they were probably out on, if they were marching, they were probably out at ATX.
Yeah.
No, AFT.
So, whatever.
I forgot.
Anyways, so what ended up happening is, apparently there's these two geese, Tom and Brenda, who actually reside right outside of one of the buildings. They frequented a lot. Soldiers are coming back over to, the drill pad and everything like that.
I had one hang out with me while I was smoking.
And all of a sudden, here comes Tom, like literally starts looking up and everything like that, starts flapping his wings, and charges the soldiers, and the soldiers run away like little bitches.
If my soldiers ran away from geese, I'm going to just go ahead and recycle them bastards to another drill sergeant, because I don't want people running away from geese in my unit. Just saying.
Geese are known to break arms, motherfucker.
No, but geese are violent. Don't get me wrong. I've had one chase me into a lake.
You're gonna recycle those soldiers even though you've been chased yourself?
Dude.
Isn't that a little hypocritical?
No, this goose was the size of my car.
Oh, okay, that's different.
Okay, this wasn't... The geese at Fort Sill aren't massive. This was one of those big, goofy-looking, like, white and gray motherfuckers. One of those big-ass bitches. And I'm sitting there, I'm at the park, and I'm throwing out breadcrumbs, and this motherfucker got mad that I guess I gave it too many to the little birds. Because here he came, his fucking wingspan out to here, his fucking mouth opened up, and I'm like, I dropped the bread and fucking ran. I'm not gonna lie. I thought he had disease. Maybe he had rabies. I had to get the fuck out of there. I did not know. I am not a professional. I'm nowhere am I an animal research guy. I don't know what he has, but he decided he was mad at me for handing out free food. I don't know.
The things.
So anyway, so let's go on with our final story of the night.
So our final story of the night, apparently,
The last story.
and this shit kind of ticked me off because I wish this shit would already fucking happen. Fucking nationwide.
I don't, and I'll explain why.
Oh yeah, especially where we live. But apparently, drones deliver pizza to San Francisco, Los Angeles, and New York for Silicon Valley promotion.
Yes, evidently they were making an attempt at this, and the thing is with the whole drone thing, delivering shit. Okay, cool, great, we're embracing technology.
For those of you who don't know what Silicon Valley is,
It's not where there's where they make fake tits, okay?
Yeah.
It's because some of y'all thinking that.
So Silicon Valley, on this particular instance, is an actual TV show on HBO, which has to do with Silicon Valley, which is where like all your major tech companies are in California.
No, it used to be.
Used to be.
A lot of them moved to Austin.
Yeah.
And so.
Well, Google is still out there.
Google is also in Texas and North Carolina and a few other places.
Yes.
So Google is not only. In fact, I used to deliver pizza to the Google in Hampton, Virginia.
Yeah.
So
they delivered 713 pizzas during this day.
I'm glad they weren't doing this shit in Mississippi. Because these motherfuckers would shoot them bitches out of the sky.
Look, I got myself a new kind of bird.
It came with pizza. The bonus.
It's a pizza bird.
All right, here's the thing I don't like about this is we got drones doing this shit now. Before too long, drones are doing everything, and then you have fucking Skynet, and they decide they don't need human beings anymore, so they go ahead and launch nuclear missiles.
Skynet.
One day. I just hope I'm not alive.
Hasta la vista, like the Terminator told you.
Right. So anyway, okay, cool. All right, as a promotion for Silicon Valley, we decided we're going to send up a bunch of drones to deliver pizza. Was it raining in any of those areas?
No.
Because I wouldn't want my pizza getting there being soggy.
No, it was damn near perfect conditions.
Oh, okay. Well, then there you go. All right, so that's it. So that's 2 hours, and we really didn't go too far off script tonight.
No, we really didn't. Yeah, thank you. Yes. That was an epic rap battles of history line that I just used. Oh. It was from that one that I showed you. It was the was it Bill Gates versus Steve Jobs? And it had Hal at the end of it.
Yes. Oh, by the way, we didn't cover this in our last story, and since we've been on the air, also we all wear tech, intelligence wise. Still, shout out to the family of Stephen Hawkins.
Yes.
For those of us that follow the science community, follow space, things like that, Stephen Hawkins was an intellectual giant in the community, and it was really sad to see him go. But he lasted way longer than he was supposed to have. He should have died long ago.
In the 70s.
And the thing is, that man's intelligence, we literally lost, probably the smartest man on earth. So, it's sad, and I know we didn't get a chance to cover it in our last show because we were really focused on our moving and everything else, and we really didn't get a chance. And it hit pretty hard.
I will say that I was lucky enough to go out and catch one of his symposiums in 2016 at Caltech.
Yes, Kill Mill. Doctors did say when they found the disease that they wasn't going to live long, and that fucker just kept going. I never got a chance to meet Stephen Hawkins. I got to go to some of the seminars that they were doing where they had the big video feed up. He was live,
yes,
but he was on a video. He was somewhere else, and I got to go to some and some of his. I really liked his theories on micro black holes.
Yeah, The one that I went
that.
to was supermassive black holes and correlation to string theory.
Yeah, yeah.
And it was amazing.
I've read his book on that. Like I said, it was kind of a dark time because, like I said, each generation gets that one, you know, and of course, you know, a couple generations before mine, they had Albert Einstein, Oppenheimer,
Carl Sagan.
You know, Sagan's still alive.
I thought he was dead.
I thought Sagan was still alive.
No, Sagan's dead.
Yeah, but I'm sorry, Hawkins was way smarter than Sagan.
Yeah, absolutely.
By a long shot. Don't get me wrong, nobody understood the universe like Carl Sagan. But Stephen Hawkins was one of those ones that go down in history. You get intellectual giants, and you get them every once in a while.
I mean,
he was one of those, and and he was a legend to everything that he knew, everything he did.
Absolutely.
You know, and that can never ever be repeated. You know, I mean, it was crazy, and when I saw that he had died, I was actually rather upset by it because I was like, man, what, you know, we lost one of the smart people, and you know, this is not something that we need because our system is constantly getting run by dumber and dumber and dumber fucking people every day.
When I saw that he died, I screamed, and I started to cry because he was that huge of an influence on me.
Yeah, and you gotta understand, and some of y'all are gonna sit there and you're like, nerds. Yeah, we're nerds.
Yeah.
We're nerds. You gotta understand that we love space, we love everything sci-fi. You know, any kind of science when it comes to that, it's things that we're into, and Stephen Hawkins was big in that field and that work, and some of his inspirational quotes that he had were amazing too. But just looking at him and what he had to go through in his life and still able to accomplish everything he accomplished before he passed away. You know.
I mean, one of the greatest things, and he was so humble. So humble.
Yeah.
I mean, his voice, his voice box that he used and everything like that was actually created by a doctor who passed away before him. And the voice recording was of this doctor who made it while the dude was going through cancer treatment and lost his voice in the middle of making it, but it was leaps and bounds ahead of, you know, voice recognition software. And then he made it just for Steven. And as Steven updated, you know, the software and got upgrades and everything like that, they constantly told him, hey, you know, we can go ahead.
We can get you a better voice.
Get a better voice. It can be as close to yours as it used to be, you know, back when you still had a voice, even with a British accent. And Steven says, no, this voice belongs to my friend. He is my voice.
Yep.
And that just fucking punched me in the fucking gut.
You know, I remember reading something of his, and he turned around, and one of the things he said was, when you wake up and you think that there is no hope, just realize the universe is infinite, and the possibilities are infinite.
Endless.
No, he said infinite, not endless. Infinite. Okay, remember, he doesn't say he didn't say endless. It's infinite. Which means when you think all hope is lost, it's just that you haven't considered every option, because it's impossible to consider every option. And I like that saying, because like no matter what you think, well, fuck, all hope is lost, there's no option. The possibilities are infinite. You just haven't considered that. And you haven't thought of it. There's still more to think of. And you know, and that was something that I always enjoyed. And he even said that at his live video conference that he did, that he said, hey, you know, the possibilities of everything and anything is infinite, and we never know what it will be. We just take our best shot at it, and we hope that we're right. And hey, he was right pretty much all the fucking time. The one thing I did love though is he definitely loved Gene Roddenberry.
Oh yeah.
And one of the things that he always wanted to see was warp drive become a reality. He wanted to see everything that happened in Star Trek become a reality.
Oh yeah.
And you know, the fun, before he passed, we have teleported things. yes, one atom across the room.
5 feet.
You know, but it's a start. It's a start.
It's a building block.
You know, so I mean,
it's the beginning of a foundation.
You look at our communication system that we use; it really works just like that did then. I mean, come on, the first cell phone, the first two-way cell phone service was Star Trek, was Captain Kirk. So I mean, a lot of shit that went on in Star Trek did become reality, and Stephen Hawking did get to see it. Some of the big things he didn't get to see, but you know what? Oh, he's watching.
Yes.
And eventually we'll get there, and you know what? He'll be sitting there with a smile on his face, you know, hanging out with his buddy, walking around heaven. You know, he'll be walking around, not wheeling around, walking. And one day when I get to the other side, I hope then I get to shake his hand and go, all right, I just wanted to meet you, bro. I never got a chance to meet you. Now I can say I met Stephen Hawking.
He'll probably kick me in the nuts.
Well, there you go. So anyway, so that's that's really truly our final story tonight, because we wanted to say something about it because it was a big influence in our lives as well.
Yes.
Other than that, that's really all we have. 2-hour show tonight. It's not bad.
That's not bad at all.
No, figuring we just fucking moved studios.
We did.
I hope you guys like the scenery. I tried to decorate as much as I can. You guys can. Let me show you this though, because. Part of this, I was trying to give a little bit of inspiration up there from like Jill and them at the house, because if you look up over above there, I've got some of my Star Wars collection up on the wall over there. I've got my What Would Yamish Do license plate, sticker or deal up there, and of course my Eagle stuff. But when I say sci-fi, if you look over here, my very, very unique, very special edition collector's plates from Star Trek. So there's a lot of, sci-fi shit, and I don't even have the camera put back right. Do I really care?
Not really.
No. All right, so yeah, my office is definitely coming into its own.
Oh yeah, happy birthday, Bubba.
Yeah, happy birthday, Bubba. I sent you gifts. No, I didn't. April Fools. He says he doesn't go for that whole April Fool's thing. So there you go. So anyway, yeah, so happy birthday, Bubba. Your ass is now, what, 40?
40. He's around 40.
Yeah, he's 1 year younger than me. So there you go. That's all we have.
Yes.
So folks, from the great southern end of the country, where they call this the Deep South, even though we have people watching this show that are in Texas that are further south than this. Yeah. Anyhow, you guys have yourselves a wonderful night, and we'll catch you guys on the other side, all right? For the Rouge and Rich Show.
I'm Rouge.
And I'm Rich. And good night.